What's up, everybody? Welcome back. This is Forgo, and today we're going to be taking on Stage 10 Knull. And I went ahead and just spent the crystals. I already did all the other requirements to get to Stage 10. All I needed to do was the 100-second and 150-second clears, and it didn't cost me a lot of crystals. There's no way I could do 150-second or 100-second clears with the 2% pierce that I have on my cards right now. There's just no way it would happen. So I just went ahead and paid the crystals to see, one, how strong my characters really need to be, how far can this 2% pierce really take you. And yeah, you can do stage 10. You absolutely can if you have enough energy attack. I do have about 95% energy attack on my cards. I do have 2% pierce, so I do have a lot of energy attack, so keep that in mind when you're watching this run. But we're only going to be using one support in Cyclops that has a 35% increase of all attack leadership, and then of course the 30% increase of energy attack from his passive, and that's it. He doesn't have a CTP of Insight. That's all he's going to be offering is his passive and his leadership. And Odin is going to be our main damage dealer. Cable's just there to throw in a little damage every once in a while when we need to get him in there, whenever the symbiote invasion rises, at least that's what I call it, or the symbiote cage. I always switch to Cable, do a little damage with him, then I switch immediately back to Odin. And I have buffed up Odin. A lot of you were giving me a lot of hell since I didn't have any Odin's blessings on this guy, so I went ahead and slapped a few of them on him. I actually buffed him up quite a bit because he really needed it to pull off this clear. There is a massive difference between stage 9 to stage 10, and this is pretty normal and typical really of a lot of world bosses. When you're at stage 59 of a world boss and you go to stage 60, you'll see a dramatic decrease in the amount of damage that you're actually doing to the boss. So against Knull, it's really no difference. And with Cyclops passive and leadership, my Odin has almost 63,000 energy attack, which is pretty crazy. He has max attack speed. He has 66% crit rate. He has max critical damage, max ignore defense. And thanks to getting that 8% dodge from the card stats that I got from crafting, I was able to max out my dodge as well. So now I have max dodge. We got max skill cooldown. And if you take a look at my Urus, what I've changed is I've changed all the regular energy attack Urus to Mythic. They're all in Mythic. And then you see 2 Odin's Blessings here. We got 1 Odin's Blessing here. Mythic energy attack. Mythic energy attack. 1 Odin's Blessing. And 2 Mythic. And I need that ignore defense there. Otherwise, I would change it. Otherwise, my ignore defense would be a little bit shy. And we can't be having that. But I still wouldn't mind building him a little bit stronger. But really, Odin is a godsend here for a few reasons. The main reason is his force skill. The fact that he just has 100% ignore dodge every time you're running through his rotation is really one of the reasons that he's so strong. Well, on top of just the damage that he does, all the amount of hits, the fact that you can combine all these skills together, the fact that he's got this nice plus 1% damage accumulation. I mean, we've talked about all this stuff before, but this ignore dodge is massive. It is massive, and that's why you really want to use this guy. So the funny thing about this is, a good while back, before Knull ever showed up, I actually regretted tier 3ing Odin. I actually regretted it because I wasn't using him. He was always causing my emulator to crash, and now currently I'm playing on my phone, so it's not a big deal at all anymore. I'm glad I did tier 3 him now. I actually don't regret it anymore because this guy really is amazing against Knull. His damage is just through the frickin' roof. The rest of the build is exactly the same as it was. I haven't changed anything other than that from his previous build that you all saw, except I did buy Thor's uniform, and since it was a team suit, it was already at Mythic because I had the other uniform at Mythic, which is pretty awesome. And so I was able to max out my dodge because of that as well. That really helped a lot. So I put quite a bit into Odin. And as far as my Cable with Cyclops leadership and energy attack passive, we have almost 60,000 energy attack. That's pretty crazy. And then we do have max attack speed, 50 crit rate. We have a 194 critical damage, max ignore defense, max skill cooldown. And I do have some Odin's Blessings on this guy. I mean, he's pretty built as well. He does have Mythic energy attack Urus. And then he does have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Odin's Blessings. So he's built pretty well. And Cable is a really insane character. We all know how strong he is. You could actually use a different character. I mean, you could use other characters as well, like maybe Professor X, or you could use maybe Magneto, or I mean, there's other characters you could use just to do a little damage when that symbiote invasion rises. That way you're not losing any time, and you're going to be dealing more damage over time throughout the entire fight. That's exactly what you want. You don't want no gaps when you're fighting Knull. You're going to have enough gaps as it is, waiting for him to go through his phases. And every opening you get, you want to attack that bastard as fast as possible. Cable has a fully awakened Power Ranger Hawk set, and he does have a CTP of energy and a mythic uniform. I would play with the Kid Cable uniform, but this uniform is at mythic, and I really don't need this uniform to be leveled up. So I'm just going to be playing with the Summer Days uniform. So let's get into the action and let's rock and roll. So this only took me a couple tries, actually. It didn't take me really too long. But I really did have to buff up Odin a little bit to be able to do this. And again, the rotation's 5, let him enlarge, 3, 2, 4, let the proc play out, and then when he slams down, go into the 1 skill. Then you're gonna do that rotation over, hit the 5, enlarge, 3, usually I hit the tier 3, then the 2, then the 4, there I hit the 2, then the tier 3, then the 4. Really doesn't matter in all honesty. And now we're gonna switch to Cable so we can pour out a little damage. And Cable can probably do a complete solo. As a matter of fact, if you use Cable, then you could put Star-Lord in the leadership, and you could use Cyclops for the extra 30% increased energy attack from his passive. However, I found that it was pretty damn rough in all honesty. It was actually a lot easier to do this with Odin. And again, with that 100% ignore dodge, you can use all damage to supervillain strikers. We have an extra 60% damage dealt to supervillains because we have 100% ignore dodge. Cable's only going to have the ignore dodge from the CTP of energy, and that is it. But he still can pour out some good damage. There we got hit. No big deal. And you definitely have to play extremely aggressive. I really love that Odin goes into that iframe in that 4, and he never gets hit. It's so freaking sweet. And it really makes him just easy as hell to play. And, you know, just like I said earlier, you know, it's so awesome that I'm happy I tier 3'd this guy. I'm happy that, considering the cost of him, it was well worth it to be able to do this. I know he was an ABX meta, but again, I just didn't like playing him there because I was using an emulator. The damn thing just kept crashing every time I play with Odin. But now that I'm using a phone, oh no, it's pretty freaking sweet. Very consistent, easy for me to play him. I don't have to worry about crashing all the time, and I'm loving it. I'm loving it. And Odin's way more fun because of it. Now there with Cable, I just went ahead in my 3, my 4, and then I just hit his tier 3 so we go in an iframe and make sure that we didn't get guard broken from Knull. And like I said, guys, we run around playing super aggressive. Proc came a little bit late, that bastard. No big deal, no big deal. Come on. See how much damage we do here. There we go. And I'm pretty proud of this clear. I'm pretty proud. This is the very first time that I will clear stage 10. This run that you guys are watching right now. And I thought it was only fitting to share this with all of you. And by the way, I did this in training mode also, so I didn't get no rewards for doing this. But I got reward enough just seeing Odin tear it up. In all honesty, that made me happy enough. My proc has gotten way off. Not good at all. There I just hit my 2 and my 4. I didn't use my tier 3 because I knew that Knull was going to be slamming his sword down. He was going to be bringing out the spikes. So we just want to run around and attack as soon as we make a full circle around the arena. And we're just going to wait. And when he slams down, there we go. Now we're going to get him. Now he's going to bring out that purple, but we're not really too worried about dying at all. Odin's got a nice heal on him. We don't have to worry about that. Plus he's got some decreased damage received as well. There he goes. Getting a little circle there. Come on. And I really had to stick with Odin, honestly. You know, like I said, I might try doing stage 10 with just Cable. See if I can pull it off. And the bad thing about, like, Knull for this, in all honesty, is that he has no support. You can't use any support because you can't use any females here. And right now, our only supports are Mystique and Valkyrie. So that really blows. So I'm really hoping that Taskmaster will get that tier 3 that was data mined a long time ago. So that way he can at least be an insane support. Now, I don't want to just tier 3 a character for a support. That'll kind of suck. But I'm pretty sure we all know that's what we would do anyways, because supports just go a long way, especially for Knull, since we only have 2 major ones. Cyclops is the only other one, but a lot of times you're just going to run Cyclops in the leadership. So I kind of count it, but I don't in a way, since you just use him as a leadership. But if you can put him in the support role where he does offer just that 30% increase of energy attack, which is another benefit to Cable and Odin, since they actually do benefit from that. Oh yeah, come on, come on, come on, come on. Let's do it, let's do it, let's do it. And I had to push the hell out of this. Come on, come on. All right. So now we're in the last phase. We're going to go ahead and switch to cable, and we're just going to use this tier 3. That way we go into an iframe and keep it at a distance so we don't take any damage. We'll take a little bit, but we won't take too much. And there I got a little lucky. I hit my fifth skill. The prog didn't trigger early, which thank God. It actually triggered on the tier 3, which was great. Did a little bit of damage, and you can see that, and you'll see that if we didn't do that with cable, we probably wouldn't have been able to get this done. So we hit the 5. There we go. We're going to hit our tier 3 in the next one here. And 14 seconds left. Come on, Odin. Come on. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it, my friend. Let's do it. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. 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 We got it. We got it. 6 seconds left to spare. Stage 10. Odin destroying it with a little bit of help from cable. So I was really happy to be able to pull this off. This was an insane clear. And now you all know that with 2% Pierce, if you have enough energy attack, you can do this with Odin just having the 1 support. So let me know how you're feeling about these gods getting it done. And I stream at Twitch 4 days a week. The link will be in the description below. And I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching. Y'all take care and have a good one.